Hey everybody, how's it going? In this video I'm going to talk about how to install OpenBSD 7.9 on Raspberry Pi 4B. This guide may vary, depends on your Raspberry Pi model and also the Raspberry Pi variations. The one I have is Raspberry Pi 4B. I purchased it in 2020 and we are going to install OpenBSD 7.9 on it. It should work also on the future OpenBSDs. In the old OpenBSD versions, you had to actually put the firmware yourself, but I think in the newer version, at least in the 7.9, this is not the case. The firmware is already in the installation medium, so all we have to do is to flash the OpenBSD installer on a microSD card and then boot it directly from it. But we need to have the active internet connection because we are going to actually write or install the OpenBSD also on the same microSD card. So we are going to boot it and then basically wipe it and write it at the same time. But then we need to get the packages somehow, and for that we are going to get the packages via the internet. Make sure that you connect your Raspberry Pi via the Ethernet cable. The Wi-Fi isn't working during the installation. It will work once the firmware update is executed. So what we need here, an active internet connection via the Ethernet cable and a microSD card, a keyboard, ideally a wired keyboard. There are some reports that the Wi-Fi keyboard or wireless keyboard, they do not work during the installation process. So to be on the safe side, use a wired keyboard. And also you need to have an HDMI monitor. We have to actually use the HDMI to go through the installation process, and afterwards you can enable the SSH and do the operations headless. If you want to boot OpenBSD via a USB stick, the process might be different, depends on your Raspberry Pi configurations. You may need to have a Raspberry Pi OS to actually enable booting from the USB disk, and for that I'm going to basically give you these links on the video description. Now, having a very long introduction, the first thing that you have to do is to download the OpenBSD. So go to the OpenBSD website and then download the ARM64 version of it. You can also download the mini root, depends on your preference. So now what we are going to do is go to the terminal and then first figure out whether this is my microSD card or no. So this is my microSD card, and then I'm going to run this dd command, which is going to write the installation on the microSD card. Alright, now the installer is written to the microSD card. I'm going to unplug it and then boot the Raspberry Pi. Alright, now the Raspberry Pi is booting. The moment that we see the boot prompt, we have to interrupt it. We then have to type set tty fb0. If we do not type this one, we are going to lose the HDMI out during the installation process. So type it and you can see switching console to fb0, press enter again, and now it's going to load the installer. From this point on, it's similar to any OpenBSD installation. For the sake of completeness, I'm going to just walk through it as well. So we are going with the default keyboard layout, host name, and now it's going to acquire the IP address from the router. So it's going to take a while. And here you can see it's connected to the router with 192.168.0.1. Enter the root password. Enable the SSH for the headless operations in the future. Create the user. Set the password for the user. Do not allow root login via SSH. Set the time zone. Use the same basically micro SD card that now is booting the OpenBSD. Don't go with the encryption. Again, it's up to you. Use the entire disk. Here you can choose whether you want to have a custom layout or a default keyboard, default partitioning layout. I'm going with the default one. So it's going to create the multiple partitions for different directories, which usually in Linux is everything on the root. So now from this point on, we have literally nothing in the micro SD card. So let's say if you have a outage, right? You have a power outage. In this case, then you have to actually take the micro SD card out, write the installation on it again. Now what we are going to do is to get the packages via the internet. So HTTP is correct, no proxy, question mark. To select the mirror here, I'm going to select the number 1. The path is correct. Install everything. This part is going to take a while and we have to just be patient about it. I'm going to continue once it's done. We are done with installing the sets. Check the time zone. Now it's going to download and install the Wi-Fi firmware and then relinking the kernel. This step is also going to take a long time, so I'm going to pause and then continue once it's finished. Alright, the installation process is finished. We are going to reboot it. Now it should boot to the OpenBSD after this. Now the Raspberry Pi is booting. So here we can do two things. Either we can let the boot goes as is, so we don't interrupt it. In this case, then we won't see the OpenBSD boot logs. But if we want to see the logs, meaning the blue text stuff, then we have to interrupt it and then type set tty fp0 again and press again. So now we will see all the boot logs. Just it's useful for the troubleshooting purposes. Other than that, you really don't need to set it or interrupt the boot at all. I'm going to log in and let me do unnamed-r, and you can see we have ARM64 and OpenBSD 7.9 on my Raspberry Pi. In the next videos, I'm going to experiment more with the Raspberry Pi and see how is the performance, and if it's not good, how it can be improved. And I'm going to create more videos about it. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great time. Cheers.